Warning, this is not a spoiler-free zone.
帰って風呂入りたいし、シャワー使ってください。寝直したいし、録画した番組見たいし、1週間分の作り置きしないといけないし、野瀬さん、荷物届くし、庭の整理しないといけないし、野瀬さん、あと、ほら、あれしないと、
Welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi G Davis, and let's talk about red flags. Not this time. Let's talk about the questions I had at the end of Revenge Love. When it comes to Revenge Love, the writing of that show is practically perfect in every way. It has romance, it has drama, it has turmoil, it has revenge, it has so many things that make a show successful and fun to watch. Like, they have characters with so much chemistry, it bounces off the walls. But I still had some questions when we ended the show. And I just want to say at the top of this that I don't know anything about the politics around the show. I don't know what was going on in China when the show was coming on. I have no idea what was going on. I, as a fan of Addicted, know that the Chinese government can cancel shows. So I'm not sure if they changed up their schedule and rushed it all out so that we could get to the end. So the first thing I did notice when I was putting it on is that the final episode is about 10 to 15 minutes less than most of the other episodes. And so that stood out to me immediately. And I wonder if that is the reason I have so many questions. Like, what if those 10 minutes were the answers to all my questions? I want to ask some questions. You know, like 21 questions, like 50 Cent. Yeah. Girl, do you love me now? 21 questions. 50 Cent. Okay, let's get to the question. I don't have 21 questions. That's actually a lot. Better. First question. Is Chi-Chang the villain of other people's stories? Was he just a total bad guy before Wei Wei? Because when you rewatch the beginning of the show, before they start to meet and bond and fall in love, it just seems like people are giving him a boy as a gift. Or it just seems like he's mafia. Like when he goes to the snake boss and he's just like, oh no, we have to do business. It needs to be fair. It's actually terrifying. I would be so scared if he showed up at my house. Well, if he looked like that, maybe not. But you know what I mean? Like his character before Wei Wei, like this 6 years between the time his ex left and the time he met Wei Wei, I think Chi-Chang is terrifying. I think he's just like a bad dude. I think he doesn't care about other people. I think that he very much lives in his heartbreak and he lives in his turmoil and he just lives there and he expects everyone to live in with him. And I just don't know. He just seems scary. He also seems like he has a gang. Is it because he has money? Like when he decides that he's gonna go fight for his snakes, like multiple dudes show up ready to fight. It's just like mafia, right? He's kind of mafia in the beginning, even if he isn't mafia at all. But in that scene where finally Wei Wei says to Chi-Chang, "You're mine," he's basically we see him walk out and then he comes back in slow motion. And Chi-Chang is like, yeah, I didn't know that. I thought you weren't gonna come till 11:59. What is this midnight deadline between the two of them? Because Wei Wei doesn't know that Chi-Chang put a deadline on his best friend. So I was very confused about what he meant by I thought you would come at 11:59. Why does it matter when he's coming? Why does it have to be by midnight? Especially because he doesn't think that the Snake Lord, aka the ex-boyfriend, he doesn't think that guy is showing up for 2 more days. So I'm not sure why Chi-Chang said that. This is a very petty question. I have to admit that. I'm on Team Chi-Chang always. But why were the Hot Brothers at the water gunfight? Like, why were they there? When you think about the last scene with them to that scene, I don't understand how they got onto the land of like, we are going to play together because now I'm free. I just wasn't sure why they were there. Why would anyone want them there? Why would Chi-Chang call them? Why would Wei Wei want to see either of them? So I just was like, why are they at this water gunfight? Next question. Do Wei Wei and Chi-Chang ever like talk it out? Do they talk honestly to each other? Like, does Wei Wei know why Chi Chang fought hot older brother? Does you know what I'm saying? Like, does Chi Chang know that Wei Wei saw his ex kiss him? What do they know? They sort of like fight, and they're amazing, like riveting fights, but they don't seem to talk it out at the end. And so it's not clear to me how much, work is going on in this relationship. What really gets me is, did Chi Chang explain to Wei Wei why he kept his mother's illness a secret? Because Chi Chang knows the whole time mom is sick. And then Wei Wei only learned she's sick when she's literally about to pass away. So it's like, do they ever talk about that? Because Chi Chang, at one point, Wei Wei says to the doc, like, I can't believe Chi Chang kept this a secret from me. And it's like, do they talk about it? Is there any talk about the fact that Wei Wei thought that Chi Chang was with his ex and cheating on him when really he was with his mother and taking care of her and keeping her secret? Do they ever talk that out? Do they ever know? This has been the BL Script Desk. I'm Naomi G. Davis, and let's watch an extended cut of me sing 21 questions. Girls, did you love me now? Would you love me when I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? Girl, do you love me now? 21 questions.